Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, January 28th, coming up to the last day of the month, the last day of January. Can hardly believe it. So we're going to jump right into our webinar and celebrate that open enrollment ends a few short days from now. So yeah, the end of January also brings the end of open enrollment. So I'm not sure if you all are happy dancing right now. I know myself and my team, we're really looking forward to having this over, but the fact remains that a lot of people still have not enrolled. So let's just get this last push done with, and then we can all kick back and enjoy the gray snow, I suppose. Speaking of applications, Sunday, of course, is the last day, and all applications that are going to be submitted on the brokerage side need to be at URL, preferably by email, no later than 10 a.m. Judy and Katrina will be here, and they're going to push through the applications that they receive, but they have to be here by 10 a.m. or they're not going to be submitted. So just be mindful of that. Our Enrollment Center is open for anyone that does still have referrals, and of course they're open the balance of this week until 7 o'clock. 8 to 7 we operate the Enrollment Center, 8 to 1 on Saturday, and of course 8 to 1 this Sunday. So if you do get that last minute call, which seems to be inevitable, and you don't want to take the time to enroll them, or you don't have time to enroll them, they can call our Enrollment Center. And I'm going to give you that number if you don't have it. It's 866-338-5575. So I'll repeat that again, and I'll also attach the number. Let me see if I can. Nope, I can't attach the number. But anyway, if you have questions on that number, give me a call. So speaking of open enrollment, of course, the normal open enrollment, January 31st, but anyone that was terminated as of 12/31 with Highmark, and that means terminated and not auto mapped to another plan. Totally plan was dissolved and they weren't offered another plan. They do have a qualifying event for 60 days, so they do have until February 29th to make application, but any application that is received after January 31st needs to include proof of that qualifying event. So just be mindful of that, because we're not going to be able to submit just because they were terminated from Highmark. We'll need a letter, and it has to be a letter specific to your consumer showing that they were terminated so that we can provide proof. On exchange, it's a bit different because they just make you put in the date of your qualifying event, so no proof is needed on exchange, but definitely for applications that we're processing. Also, just a reminder, too, about Aetna and Coventry. Anything sold after January 31st, this Sunday, is non-commissionable. So that adds to the Geisinger list, the Blue Cross of Northeastern PA, now Highmark East, that they're added in that list, and now Aetna and Coventry. So again, be mindful of that. And the 1095As that come from the marketplace, they are going to be arriving early February, and it is important for your clients to not file taxes previous to receiving those 1095s. The carriers will also be sending them out. So again, watch for those. If there's a discrepancy in the information that is received from the marketplace, they will have to call the marketplace and get that fixed. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about an opportunity. If you're interested, they are having the senior products, the Medicare offerings division is having a Medicare 101 seminar. This really is just kind of your basics, trying to get you to understand maybe how the sales process and how to sell between a Med Sup versus a Med Advantage. That's going to be run by Christy Wilbert and Karen McDaniel. That is February 9th, and registration starts at 10. The actual seminar is 10:30 to noon, and lunch is included. So if you're interested in attending that seminar, go to our homepage and there is a link in which you can register. It's supposed to be a pretty informative webinar, so if you do have the time, not only can you come and learn something new and get some lunch, but you can also see our new building if you haven't done so already. So again, keep that in mind. And that's pretty much it. We're going to just open it up for questions, and while some of you type in those questions or raise your hands, you can certainly raise your hand and I'll unmute you to ask your question live. I'll just remind you that the next webinar is Thursday, February 4th. And also a big thank you. That's always written down here because I do thank you for your business and choosing to submit that through URL. We do appreciate it. So here are the questions. Lori says she has a husband and wife with a child. The marketplace is saying that the child needs to try CHIP. Any workaround? Lori, there's no workaround on the FFM because if a husband and wife have a child under 19 and their percentage of the FPL is 318% or below, those children automatically have to go to CHIP or to Medicaid, depending on that percentage of FPL. The only workaround is to apply off exchange as a child-only app. Lori has a question also. She has an individual who is a new citizen. She didn't file taxes for 2014 but will be going forward. She's 24 and wants a catastrophic plan, and the site is not showing catastrophic plans. The workaround is to write a catastrophic plan off exchange, Lori. If the system is not allowing her to go in because she's a new citizen or she hasn't filed taxes, then the only workaround is off marketplace, or you can apply still on the marketplace but not apply for subsidies if it's not allowing for that. And when she does file her taxes, because she initiated enrollment through the FFM, she would reap any tax advantages that way, even if she's not getting them on a monthly basis. So if the system's saying she can't do it, then I would try to do it without subsidies on the FFM or just do an off exchange application. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'll give a few seconds here for additional questions. Maybe everybody's just tuckered out. I can appreciate that for sure. But again, I do really appreciate you joining in every week. We're going to start to change some of the conversation starting next week, moving forward into some of our group health offerings, some of the new options that we're including, such as HR 360, quoting portals, etc. So next week we're going to be talking a little bit about that, as well as the Gemini program. And you're going to be getting some information in the mail, in your email about all of this. So keep watching that. But if you have an interest in our group health offerings, which are very robust, please join in next week and you can hear all about them. In the meantime, I just wish you the best of luck getting through Sunday, and again, appreciate it. Hopefully you appreciate the champagne bottle and balloons and fireworks, because that's how we'll all feel, I'm sure, after the 31st. Again, thank you so much for joining in, and have a great day and a great weekend. Bye-bye.